First you get established, no? Then it's a one-on-one. It's a personal journey. What is the meaning of personal? Then a mass instruction doesn't work. This is a mass instruction. 150 people attending online. This is a mass, M-A-S-S, a mass instruction. Yeah, an instruction given to a big number of people. Mass instructions don't work after you reach a particular point. Then it is a personal instruction. Personal means one-on-one. Ekta is giving you an instruction. Okay, this is where your particular 2-3 sticky points are. You work on these and this is the way you get here. It is going to be personal after that because everybody's sticky points are different. Yeah. So after that, one-on-one. It's very simple. There's nothing actually. The collapse is automatic. The only reason the collapse of the witness is not happening because of your sticky points of I, me, myself. And sometimes you're so close to your I, me, myself conditioning, you cannot see what I can see by you sharing with me. Yeah? But then I don't speak too much. I will just tell you in a few words. If you get it, you get it. If your ego comes up, then you don't get it. Yeah. That's why then you have multiple one-on-ones on a good day for your ego where it is quiet and down and it's ready to really listen. You'll get the hint when I'm telling you something. Yeah? And then you'll be able to progress. So getting to the witness consciousness, mass instructions, MASS, mass means public, given to a big group together. From witness consciousness to pure consciousness, individual, personal, because you have your personal sticky points. The journey is automatic from witness to pure consciousness. Ekta cannot make it happen. You are making it happen. Yeah? And how are you making it happen? You're recognizing the I, me, myself, that in me needs to drop, needs to crumble. At some points you can work on yourself. On some points your ego is too strong. I just help you identify, okay, this point, maybe work on this. I can just give you a pointer. And then you are the one who goes back. The inner guru teaches the inner disciple with those pointers. And there you see the collapse of the witness consciousness and you recognize the pure consciousness. Yes? You have to be ready for that. You have to be willing. Sometimes the attachments are so strong, we are not willing really. We want to stay in the dream and we want to wake up. Do you see this? Each one of you has this. No, I want to be in this dream also because I'm enjoying this dream and I want to wake up. Is it possible? If you're still struggling between contradictions in your mind, is there any point asking me how do I go from the witness consciousness to the pure consciousness? No, recognize it. I will also point out the same thing to you if you come to me in a one-on-one. You want two. You want opposites. It's not possible. It's either or. Yeah. So see that you come to me when you have completely moved towards one side. This is it. This is it. I don't care about this dream anymore. Yeah. Then you are ready to listen. That's the meaning of you being ready to listen. Then the ego is ready to surrender. You're not surrendering to Ekta or anybody externally. Remember, I am a dream character in your dream. Yeah? You're surrendering to the pure consciousness, to the Guru inside you. Yeah? Yeah? If you're sharp enough in your inner seeing, you will notice that you create the program yourself on a daily basis. On a daily basis, you're doing this. You take the position of the programmer who codes that in, and then you change your position. You forget you're the programmer. You become the one who's programmed. But you will not be able to see this yet. You can start recognizing it only after the step where the witness collapses and you really develop that distance completely with the body mind, and then you start really seeing, oh, this is the way it's happening. Yeah. For example, I give you a clue. Let's create a story. This is Mullah Nasruddin. Before going to bed, he had an argument with his wife. His wife said, "You have not sold the donkey. The donkey is getting old. Once he becomes too old, we will not get enough money for him. You have to go to the market and sell the donkey." And Mullah is like procrastinating. Oh yeah, I will do it. I will go next week, next week, next week. So she's having this fight one day that you have been procrastinating a lot and I am not going to take this anymore. Yeah. So he has this fight and he decides, I'm not going to bother about her. She's all the time bickering, and he goes to bed. Yeah. So Mullah Nasruddin, sleeping in bed, still has the same thoughts. What his wife told him, we will not get enough money. I have to get a lot of money. So there is something called the craving that has got deposited from the waking world. From the waking time, he goes to sleep with this. This craving is deposited somewhere. That is the moment you are programming yourself. You don't even know you have programmed yourself. Whenever you became the body mind and got consumed, Mullah became the body mind, got consumed and got lost in that, oh, I have to bring home this money. My wife will otherwise fight with me. I really need to get money for the donkey. The money. Program. This is when the program happened. Do you get it? Even if he's learnt Advaita, he's learned to become a witness, but in that moment of becoming consumed with the body mind, the programming happened. Yes. So this is programmer, this is programmed. Programmer, programmed. Yeah. You will start seeing this. This is not theory. I'm telling you something that I can see. You will not find it in any book. You have to see it. See it how? Not through these eyes. Inner seeing. Just recognize, oh, see, this is how I got consumed. My wife fought with me about money. That was the thought that was going on. I became that body mind, consumed with money, worried about the money, wanted the money, the greed for the money. And then I realized, oh no, I'm the witness. Why am I getting consumed? And then you took that step back. But in this much few seconds, the programming happened. Then Mullah goes to sleep, and in that programming, the manifestation of that situation happens. You will notice that that situation will come up, and whatever you had programmed, you will see it being manifested in your life. He's fighting with the person, no, you give me $4,000. The person is saying, no, I'll give you only 3,000. The donkey is old. And he actually sees the manifestation of what he had already programmed himself. Do you see this? We are constantly programming ourselves, and then we are observing the same program, and then we are blaming from where did this happen. Yeah. So this is at one level. The other level is a little higher, which you might be able to see later on, where you recognize that everything in this dream is the consciousness. Yeah. Suppose there are 10 characters here. Yeah? There are 10 finite minds. Yeah? Instead of seeing them as body mind, see them as circles. They are finite circles. Yeah. The consciousness is peeping out through that circle and seeing this dream. one consciousness, one single consciousness sharing the different peepholes and experiencing the same dream. That same consciousness itself has certain thoughts, certain desires, certain feelings that come up. Some of them I say, Arey, this is not my thought. How did this arise to me? Doesn't this happen to you? Yes. Sometimes you're walking with your friend or partner and very quiet both of you are, and then both of you have the same thought and you share, oh, I had the same thought right now. How is this sharing of thoughts happening? Or how is this thought that is not mine coming to me? Oh, recognize it is not my personal thought. These individual circles or these individual finite minds, they do not think. A finite mind cannot think. It is the consciousness that knows, that sees, that understands correctly and understands wrongly also, no? Understanding is part of knowing. Do you understand this? The witness or the knower knows. When I know, I can understand or know correctly. I can know and understand wrongly. Yes? So the witness has that capacity. The consciousness has the capacity of the right understanding and the wrong understanding. The different finite minds, the circles that I'm telling you to imagine, or the people, those just dip into the consciousness and come up with that particular thought. The mind cannot think. Yes? Understanding or knowing happens at the consciousness's level. The mind just dips back into the consciousness and the thoughts arise. Thoughts arise from consciousness itself. Good thoughts, bad thoughts. Positive thoughts, negative thoughts. Sinful thoughts also and virtuous thoughts also. All these arise by the mind dipping back into the same consciousness, because this entire dream is one single dream, no? Is one single consciousness. Do you see what I'm saying? Yeah. There, the automatic release of these thoughts happens in the right understanding and the wrong understanding also. See it in its completeness. God is complete. Satan is not something that exists outside God. God and Satan are the same. The good and the bad are one and the same. It is all one consciousness. It is all one dream. Yeah? So the body-mind getting programmed is nothing but that particular circle's capacity to take in. Patrata. Why is the word patrata used? The capacity of that particular circle or that particular finite mind is that only. For example, I have studied medicine. So my patrata is to understand everything about the COVID pandemic in a jiffy. Somebody just says it and I get it. Yeah, somebody else has to ruffle his hair, scratch his brain, try to understand what is the meaning of first COVID, then pandemic, why is it called 19, and what about the previous 18? He has no idea. But somebody with a scientific background has the complete picture. Do you understand what I'm saying? So, patrita of one finite mind is different from the patrita of another finite mind. Similarly, patrita of a pure mind is different from the patrita of an evil mind. So the pure mind gets the thoughts of purity or the good thoughts that come up from consciousness. It is not the mind. It does not belong to the mind. The evil finite mind has the patrita of the evil thoughts that arise. Everything is part of the same consciousness, the same dream. Nothing is outside it. So the programming is happening at the level of the consciousness's understanding. There's a very cute way that Kabir has explained this in the Guru Granth Sahib. He calls God a thug, chor. Yeah, just give me a moment to remember how he says it. Very cute way he says it, that God is a thug. The God is a thug who has drugged all of us, and he's robbed the entire world. Yeah? Hari thug, jag ko thaguri lai. Thaguri lai. Yeah. Hari thug, jag ko thaguri lai. The Lord is a thug who has drugged all of us and robbed the entire world. Kahi Kabir, thug siyo maniya. Says Kabir, my mind is pleased because now it has recognized the thug. Yeah, why? Because till now the mind thought, oh, I am the bad person, I am evil, and kept labeling and then feeling guilty and beating myself up. Oh, now I've recognized, no, I am not wrong. It is that consciousness, that thug is doing this to me. He says, Gai thaguri, thagu pehchaniya. The effects of the drug have vanished. Yeah, he gave me a drug. It's thaguri, means the drug of the thug, basically. He gave me a drug, and that effects of the drug have now vanished. And now I have recognized the thug. Thug pehchaniya. I have recognized the real thug. And then it goes on that now that I've recognized the thug, now he cannot drug me anymore. Now I am awake. Now I have become one with him. Now we play the game together. Janam maran kat param gat paiya. All my birth and deaths have got cut away. Means they're no more. Because I don't get drugged, I don't think I'm the dream character anymore. Yeah? Param gat paiya, I have attained the supreme status now. And that's just a cute way of putting it. Consciousness is not a thug, but it's one way of seeing it. That now he cannot drug me anymore. So wake up from this nasha, the nasha of this world. What's the word for nasha in English? Intoxication. The intoxication of this waking dream world. You are intoxicated. So wake up, wake up. Spiritual path is the one that takes me to the consciousness. Yoga is for the body. Pranayam is for the breath. Any mantra means repeating a sound. Mantra is nothing but a sound. Repeating a particular sound is just to calm down the agitated mind. That's it. It's got nothing to do with spirituality. True and pure spirituality means a path that takes me to the consciousness. Yeah? Nothing short of the Lord will do. Yeah? Nothing short of the Lord will do. That is where I need to go. So that doesn't mean you drop all those things. Just understand with a clear understanding that I'm doing this only for the body. This I'm doing only for the calmness of the mind. That's it. It's not going to help me beyond the body and mind. If I have to go beyond the body and mind, there is only one way. I have to rest beyond the body and mind as the witness of the body and mind. And when I rest as the witness, very soon I come to a point where the I drops. When the I drops, there is that field of no-thingness, the shunyata. Then I have attained the highest, the pure consciousness. Then I have found Hari. Very clear? The path of Dwitham starts from outside in. The path of Advaita starts from inside out. I start from the consciousness. Yes, you are thinking from outside in. You're starting from the body, mind and coming to the consciousness. I am starting from here. When I start from the consciousness, I'm telling you, everything is the consciousness's dream. Even your finite minds. So your finite minds are small, 4 billion circles in this one single consciousness field, in this one single dream. Every finite circle is different from the other. The finite circle has forgotten that it is actually the consciousness. The dream belongs to the consciousness. The finite circle has taken it personally. This is me, this is mine. So the finite circle has started taking it personally. And when it has started taking it personally, then it says, oh, I have these sanskaras. I have this, I have that. Yes. Coming from the Dwitham path, if I was teaching you the Dwitham path, I would say, yeah, you have bad samskaras. But now I am teaching you Advaita. I'm coming from the consciousness. So I'm telling you, it is not yours. It is not personal. Drop these identifications. The good identification, the bad identification. Even if you want to say sanskaras, you're again saying my sanskaras, no? Again you're holding on to something. Yes? And I'm telling you, drop even that identification of my sanskaras. Advaita Vedanta liberates you from all the limitations. Advaita Vedanta liberates you from all the bondage, all the conditioning, all the me and mine, including sanskaras. Very clear? So come from the point of the consciousness towards the body and mind. Yeah, because you have now graduated to a university level. If you were at the school level, if you still could not understand your own body, mind, understanding the witness was very difficult for you, then I would teach you the path of Dwitham. Yeah? At least maintain the purity at the body, mind level. Do good karmas, do good deeds, be happier. I would teach you that. Because I would have realized that no, you cannot really understand the witness at that point. But now I know that you have come to the point, you have graduated, you have come to the point of understanding the witness consciousness. Now there is no point in going back to school mathematics. I want to teach you higher level mathematics. Yeah? So you also stop pulling yourself down to school level and graduate, go up. Nothing is mine. Koi nahi apna means none of it is mine. Nothing is mine. It's not just one person, no sanskar, no habit, no conditioning, no belief, no concept, no idea. Nothing is mine. Yeah? Start working on this. Nothing is mine. Nisargadatta Maharaj says, not just daily, hourly, you have to be in the witness consciousness. Every hour, again and again come to the witness. In Maharaj's language, it is called the sense of I am. Means the same. Come to the sense of I am. Not I am this and I am that. The I am this and that belongs to the body and mind. Yeah, just the sense of I am. Be in the witness. You will get there at rocket speed. Ignore all the this and that. Ignore all the labels of the body and mind. Ignore all talk about the body and mind. Ignore all beliefs, all conditioning, all facts that you have heard, all science, all nonsense belongs to the dream world. I am no more interested in this dream world. That is the fastest way to get there. You cannot get there fast enough if you say, I want one foot in the dream world and I want to wake up. Not possible. Yeah? Ramakrishna Paramhansa says, do not even bother to start your journey unless you want to recognize the pure consciousness like a man on fire. How a man on fire would want water? With that urgency, that intensity, that earnestness. He wants only water. He's not interested in sitting down and talking to you about political affairs. He's on fire. He needs his fire doused. Unless you have that kind of an urgency, don't waste your time on the spiritual path. Yeah? So wake up. This is the moment when I have to wake up, get out of all this dilly-dallying and really become clear about my goal. Yeah? Either your goal can be Netflix, Amazon Prime, yeah? Surfing on the internet, Facebook, Twitter, enjoy, have fun. You're spending precious Sunday time, 2 hours on a spiritual discourse. You could have watched a lovely new movie, a new series. Have that one pointed focus on your series. What? Kabir. Yeah? If your one pointed focus is on your spiritual growth, on recognizing the pure consciousness, then you put blinders on like a horse. And this is the direction I have to go. Then you see nobody can stop you. Rocket speed, you will be there. Very clear? How it is totally in your hands? So get very serious now. Very serious about your path. How many times do you take a breath? How long are you with your breath? How long are you with your breath? She's thinking, huh? How long am I with my breath? Every minute, second. Every second. It's not a practice you have to close your eyes and sit down and do it. No. It's moment to moment to moment. Right now you can go to the witness consciousness. Take a step beyond the body mind. Go to the witness. Right now you can be there. Yeah. Wake up. Wake up. It is very easy. This also is I, me, mine. This conditioning in the mind that I have to practice for so much time, and then after I practice for so many lifetimes, then I'm going to get there. This is also an idea, a conditioning. You have to break this idea. And only you can break it. Ekta cannot break it for you. No external person can break it for you. You have to do it for yourself. It was okay on the path of Dwitham when I was manda buddhi, when I was not intelligent enough to understand the witness consciousness. This really requires intelligence. Do you see that? Yeah? Nisargadatta Maharaj was very straightforward about it. He said all the uneducated people, give them japa mantra and get them out. They will not understand. All the educated people, you make them sit in front of me, I'll talk to them and see, probably they'll get it. Yeah. It is there in Rays of the Absolute. This is a documentary on YouTube. Uneducated people, you give them mantra. Yeah. Buddhi, you're ready to apply your mind. You're ready to recognize it. It is so simple. It is so simple. Somebody who's not ready to apply his mind, he is uneducated. Not that you've not gone to school or college. He's not ready to apply his mind. He's just stuck in his whatever. My house, my money, my son, my daughter. He's stuck in his attachments and he's come to the teacher that you relieve me of this suffering. Then that person is not going to get Advaita. Then Advaita is not for that kind of a person. Advaita is for a person who is very clear that these attachments of the world and their pain and misery is not of my concern. My concern is that I want to recognize my true self, the nature of myself. For that person, Advaita Vedanta is applicable. You see, are you eligible? Yeah, if you're eligible, then only will you get it. It is that simple. It's not about who can attend this class or not. Everybody attends. Who gets it or not is decided by you. Yeah? You recognize, do I have that thirst within? Am I eligible? Double-mindedness, I explained with an example. I'm at home. I want to go for a walk. When I go for a walk, I'm thinking about, when I go back home, I have to do this. The double-mindedness. My goal and my way are not on the same lines. Yeah, I want something, but my actions are in the opposite direction. You start looking at how you do things at home. For example, with your own family member, your intention is to have a loving relationship. Yeah, you want love, you want to give love. Everybody wants that in their relationship, but your actions are egoistic. The egoistic action makes me want to control the other person. The person doesn't like it. So it's opposite of my goal. So my action became opposite of my goal of having a loving relationship. Because he feels I'm trying to control him. Do you see what I'm saying? I'm just throwing out random examples. You start noticing in your own mind there is this Dwitham. This is called Dwitham in the mind. Conflict in the mind. Yeah, we want something, but our actions and behavior and our ego says something else. That is double-mindedness. Obviously, you're going to go 2 steps forward, you're going to come back 2 steps. Again, you're going to go 2 steps forward, again, you're going to come back 2 steps. Why? Because of your double-mindedness, this is happening. A lot of people ask, why have I not progressed on the path? It's been a long time. This is the reason. You have double-mindedness. Only you can figure that out. Yeah? So some people have double-mindedness not just in relationships, things about the path, about the Advaita path itself. So then they believe something, they walk those 2 steps and then they undo their own 2 steps by not believing it the next moment. Or letting the ego take you for a ride the next moment. So you're doing and then you're undoing. You see what is double-mindedness? Yeah. Nisargadatta Maharaj has also explained this. The word that Maharaj uses is contradiction in the mind. Kabir uses the word double-minded. Yeah. In Sanskrit, it's Duvidha, conflict in the mind. So you recognize that you have these two opposites, and these opposites keep pushing you, pulling you in opposite directions. And that's why you don't make progress in life or even on the spiritual path. Clear? Double-mindedness is clear? So then this ends the Kabir session on death. Very clearly, it was the difference between a physical death and a spiritual death. Spiritually, be ready to die. Spiritually, be ready to drop the I, me, myself. Yeah, that is the crux of Kabir's teachings on death. Yeah, so I'll see you in the next session. Until then, keep walking the path.